All right, what's up, everyone? So normally I do these YouTube live recaps every single Monday, but today I kind of felt like there was an important lesson to be taught, so I came on here and I just wanted to kind of see if I could help you guys. So a couple things I want to talk about before we start is we're hosting our second annual boot camp on Monday. So today is August 13th, and our boot camp is going to be on August 17th, right? So this boot camp is going to be a virtual boot camp. You get to watch Bow Trade live. There's going to be presentations from our moderators. It's going to be a full day event from 8 in the morning to about 4:30 after the close. We're going to be doing giveaways. We're going to be doing prizes. We're going to be educating you. And the point that I want to make is with so many online chat rooms and so many online gurus out there, you really don't know who to trust. So why not come see what we do, see how we run our community, see what our process is like, and then see the process executed live. So if you want to get access to this, it's available at myinvestingclub.com/anniversary. We have some special promotions going on that are unadvertised if you text Tosh at 213-458-5997. So this is going to be a 2-day event. Day 1 is for ticket holders, and day 2 is exclusive for lifetime members with an additional day of live trading. So this is going to be awesome, guys. Basically, we're going to pull back the curtain. We're going to show you everything. We're going to walk you through everything. We're not going to try to sell you a timeshare. We're not going to hide all the secrets. You're going to get everything instantaneously. You're going to have access to it all. So that's coming on Monday. So let's talk about trading today. So today was kind of a weird day, right? So let me kind of recap what happened yesterday. So yesterday we had a runner, IGC. IGC was a former runner that ran in the past. It is a marijuana company. Last year, I was able to make 6 figures on that stock, shorting it. Let me see actually if I have a P&L saved of it. I'm sure I posted it to Twitter. Give me a second. I don't know. Here, I found one of them. So I found one of the P&Ls, IGC and MBEV 60,000. Let me see if there's more. IGC another 35,000. So anyway, I've traded the stock in the past multiple times. So I know, So I know its personality. I know the type of stock that it is. And I know that when backside hits, when momentum shifts, that it makes for a great short. But until then, until the momentum shifts, until something happens, it usually tends to go straight up. So I've had a lot of history with the stock. I know the personality of the stock. I talk about all the time that stocks have different personalities. So I know what this stock is like. So yesterday, it traded 300 million shares of volume. So in small cap land, for me personally, I would say anything above 50 million shares of volume is abnormal. Anything above 100 million is insane. And when you're talking about 300 million shares of volume, that's just fucking crazy. So I did a very good job avoiding that yesterday. I recognized that it was trouble. I recognized that it was ramping up during zombie time, so I didn't really want to get involved. And then its stock closed at 250 and ran up to $4 after hours yesterday. So I'm thinking to myself all day last night, all day, that, we have a multi-day runner. We have a big opportunity coming up. We have sympathy plays coming. We have everything. All I got to do is avoid IGC. All I got to do is avoid the head of the snake, and then I'm going to make money today. So I was like, all right, IGC is going to squeeze. IGC is going to do everything. Like, that's it. I wake up this morning, and for whatever reason, IGC goes from 4 to 350 and down to 3. And now I'm thinking to myself, okay, normally what we would do is if the stock is broken pre-market, we would look to short bounces at the open. But today on IGC, because it was kind of tanking so early, it kind of threw me off, right? So I'm thinking to myself, okay, the stock traded 300 million shares of volume yesterday, and today it's kind of going down. That might be a trap. They might be trying to make early short sellers feel a little bit too comfortable so that they could then trap them. So for me, when I don't understand the stock, I don't really like to trade it. So I mentioned to everyone in the room today that, I don't really get it. I don't really understand it. And that doesn't mean that I'm stupid. That doesn't mean that I'm uneducated. It just means that I'm smart enough to realize that this stock is making me uncomfortable. So I don't want to trade it, right? So these are the things that you kind of learn as you've been progressing as a trader. So these are the lessons that I've learned. So I try passing them back. So IGC, I avoided it today. I didn't really touch it today. I think I even tried to go fucking long on it today. And if you look at the chart, what ended up happening on IGC is the stock went from $3 all the way to $4.50 and is now coming back and is under VWAP. So for me, I did a very good job avoiding this mess. I didn't even want to be involved once it tanked. Honestly, what I'm really hoping is that it holds up again today. What I'm really hoping is that it holds up again today to be able to short it tomorrow with even less risk, right? Because now it's going to be kind of broken. So again, guys, the lesson today on IGC is I felt uncomfortable with the stock, so I didn't want to trade the stock. So that was number one. Number one is everyone was looking at IGC. I was excited for it. It didn't really work. Avoided it. NTN was another one that was kind of crazy today. So let's talk about NTN. NTN was a stock that ran pre-market. It was up pre-market, and then the entire pre-market, it just decided to tank, right? At like 4 or 5 a.m., it gapped up big, and then it just started to find its way lower. And we recognized that there was a death line on this stock around 320. So what ended up happening on this stock is it broke the death line pre-market, and it tanked 20, 30 cents and, made us all feel comfortable, made us all feel safe, made us all feel this, that, only to kind of reverse, right? So something like NTN, what happened here was I think they kind of caught shorts off guard. There were probably a lot of people that missed the death line on NTN that chased it even lower. If the death line was at 320, I'm sure people were chasing it at $3. I'm sure people were shorting it at 290. And I think what ended up happening on NTN is that they trapped all the early short sellers on it. Now, that is fine. It happens. But what do we do if we are caught short on a stock like NTN and it's starting to reverse? Well, number one is this, guys. If the stock is holding above VWAP, right, we have a rule for that. That is called the 30% rule, which means that if a stock is trading above VWAP, you are not allowed to use more than 30% of your size. So on NTN in the morning, if it reclaims VWAP and you have 100% of your size on, immediately you should get out of 70% of your size because you're trying to mitigate your risk in case something goes wrong. On NTN, it was kind of pushing up towards $4 in the morning, and it kind of topped out here. Let me actually show the chart. So if you look at the chart on NTN, you can see that in the morning, let me draw it. In the morning, this was the death line. It broke the death line in the morning, and then it found a way to reclaim, right? It found some volume and reclaimed. So at this point, when VWAP reclaims right here is when you should be exiting 70% of your size and protecting yourself in case things go wrong. So what ended up happening is it kind of did a double top here around $4. It faded. It made shorts feel comfortable, created a higher low, okay? And then again, once VWAP reclaimed, if you were more than 30% of your size, this is the place that you take off your entry. And as soon as high of the day breaks, you should not even be using 30% size anymore. You should be getting out 100% of your size, right? Because at this point, it is above VWAP, above high of the day. You have no reason to short it. And if you look at it now, VWAP is holding, and for me personally, this is not a trade that I want to take. So NTN was a very, very, very tough trade. For me personally, I only made a couple $100 on it because I was not overstaying my welcome. So on something like NTN, guys, it doesn't matter if it breaks the death line pre-market. It doesn't matter if it tanks pre-market. All that matters is the price action at the open, right? And at the open, the price action told us that this stock is going to squeeze and the stock is going to go higher. So we have to protect ourselves. So today's lesson is you never know which stock is really going to be the hot chicken. You never know really what's going to happen. So we talked about IGC. We talked about NTN. Let's talk about FAT. FAT. So FAT was a stock that was running up pre-market. I don't know why I keep fucking bringing the camera here. I might as well just show you guys everything. Give me a sec. So, oops. So FAT was a stock that was running up pre-market, and it was going up, going up, going up. And I assumed that everyone thought that this was going to be pumped by a chat room. And I think it was pumped somewhere over here. They were trying to pump it, and it kind of failed. So what I noticed on FAT is this. I noticed that there was some support. Here, right? So my thought process was, in the morning, if this support level breaks, that's going to be a short for me. So in the morning, what happened was we got the break of the support level, and then I have no idea why a chat room was pumping it somewhere here. They were pumping it, pumping it, pumping it. So I thought to myself, this broke support. It is by the $10 whole dollar resistance mark. I'm going to take a short here. I took my short, I got my money, and I walked away. So in the morning, pre-market, FAT was the hot chick, and NTN was the stock that was broken. And then when the market opened, FAT was the stock that broke down, and NTN was the stock that held. So all of a sudden, the roles reversed. FAT became the side chick, and NTN became the hot chick, right? So the point that I'm trying to make here, guys, is that pre-market, these stocks can really do anything, and we have to wait. We use pre-market as a way to give us a clue as to what this stock is going to do at the open. So if that is reclaiming and holding pre-market, that is a clue that it might continue to go, right? But when the market opened, when it broke support, and when it tanked and stayed under a VWAP, it is very clear that this stock was broken. This stock had too many longs in it. It was too long biased, whereas NTN has been above VWAP the entire day, right? So do you guys see the correlation here? Do you guys see how important VWAP can be? Do you guys see how important it is recognizing the hot chick and the side chick? When I recognized that FAT was broken, I mentioned to everyone that I'm looking to short pops, and then, I had a great fucking day today. I made almost $6,300 today. So today I know is kind of tough, and I know a lot of people struggled, and I know that it wasn't really easy. But if you continue to nail and bail, if you continue to stick to the process, if you continue to use the 30% rule, if you continue to use all the resources that we're teaching you in MIC, even on a bad day, you can walk away green like I did, because I was not greedy. I recognized which stock was broken. I put my focus to the broken stock. I recognized which stock was hot, IGC and NTN. I used less size, or I avoided it. So all of these lessons and all of these warnings are what we give in MIC every single day, right? So we warned IGC all morning not to short it, right? All morning we warned IGC not to short it. And there were some traders in MIC that went long in the morning. Usually if I warn something, usually if Bao warns something, it's usually a very good long signal. So I'm trying to adapt and improve on that as well. But yeah, I mean, today we warned against IGC. When NTN broke above high today, we warned not to be short. And when FAT was broken and stuck with all these chat room long pumpers, that was a signal that said, all right, the stock is broken. It has bag holders. Let's focus our attention on this broken stock. So, I mean, yeah, guys, I mean, it was pretty straightforward, not the easiest day, but you guys could see that shit. Every single day I'm showing up, sticking to the process. Some days I'm making money. Some days I'm making a little bit of money. Some days I'm losing. So what I am most proud of today is the fact that I was able to avoid these traps. Oftentimes early in my trading career, I was trading with my balls rather than my mind, and I would get stuck on these stocks because I felt like I had to trade them. I felt like I had to nail them. I felt like I had to short them. But as I've matured as a trader, I realized that it's actually smarter to avoid some of these stocks that you feel uncomfortable with, because that's kind of where your edge is. They say that 90% of traders fail. So if 90% of traders fail, it means that they are all doing the same thing. They're all trying to trade with their egos. They're all trying to touch the hot stock of the day. So if we want to be the 10% of traders that does succeed in the market, we have to really do the opposite of what everyone else is doing. So today was a good day in terms of process. Today was a good day in terms of keeping the members safe. So if you guys want, we could open up to a brief 5-minute Q&A. You guys can ask me questions about your trading, ask me questions about the day, and we could kind of go over it together. Does this all make sense, guys? If it all makes sense, leave a thumbs up here. I see it in the counter. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. But yeah, let's do some brief Q&A right now. Was all this stuff helpful, guys? I know that sometimes I forget about the beginner stuff. Sometimes I forget about articulating these things. So I want to kind of keep it simple. How do you assess there being a lot of bag holders? Well, for me, on FAT, when the stock is at $12 and the chat room pumpers are buying at $12, saying that 15 is coming, and then the stock goes to $10 and is under VWAP, that tells me that there's $2 worth of bag holders above that are holding long that want to get out on a bounce. And if the stock doesn't bounce, they're going to lead to selling it. So I am using the charts, I am using the clues, I am using everything that I can to paint the picture so that when the market is open, I am prepared. I feel like I need to lick a battery today. You know what? Honestly, like, it was not easy. A lot of people struggled today. And I think the reason why people struggled today is because they might have gotten too greedy. They might have missed fat. So they traded NTN to compromise or supplement, or they missed IGC and they traded NTN to make up for it. Oftentimes, if you miss a trade, you shouldn't go trading something else just to feed your ego. Oftentimes, if you miss a trade, accept it and realize that we have fucking runners every single day of this market. We've had runners for like 6 months straight, it feels like. It's insane, guys. It's insane the amount of opportunity there is in this market. And something else that I want to make note of, guys, is this. So I'm doing very well this year, P&L wise. I think I'm up $800,000 or $900,000 already half the year. And what I'm telling people, or what I try to articulate, is that if I'm able to make $800,000 or $900,000 trading 1 hour a day, right? Trading 1 hour a day. I stop my trading at 10:30. Sometimes I kind of beat myself up because I feel like I'm not making enough money. Sometimes I feel like I'm not taking advantage of enough opportunity. But what I've realized, guys, is I would rather make 800 grand working an hour a day than making $2 million working 10 hours a day. Because if I work an hour a day, it affords me the time to help you guys out. It affords me the time to spend time with friends and family. It affords me the time to be less stressed in my life. So anytime I kind of beat myself up for not making enough money, anytime I beat myself up for comparing myself to other people, I remember that I'm only doing this for an hour a day. And I am very blessed. So if you feel like you are not where you want to be in your trading career yet, if you feel like you're not making enough money yet, realize that your chapter 1 is not the same as my chapter 20. If you've been trading for 6 months, I've been trading for 6 years. So sometimes if I get a little bit jealous of all these other people, I have to recognize that they've been trading for 10 years and I've only been here for 6. Use it as a way to motivate you. Use it as a way to push you. And if I'm able to do what I'm able to do in 1 hour of the day, it means that's possible for everyone, guys. Oftentimes, traders lose money if they stay in front of the screens for longer. So what has really revolutionized my trading is the zombie rule. You guys know this. I say it every single day. The zombie rule changed my life. The zombie rule made me a better trader because it allowed me to stop being greedy and stop over trading and just start letting the money pile up. Hope this is all making sense, guys. And again, if you're struggling with your trading, guys, if you lost more than $200 today trading, that $200 could have afforded you a month of education at MIC. A lot of people don't want to join MIC because they think it's too expensive. And let me tell you this, MIC is $200 a month. Most other competing chat rooms are $100 a month. People opt in for the competing chat rooms at a 50% discount, right? And what they don't realize is those chat rooms are all pump and dumps. Those chat rooms are all bullshit. Those chat rooms are all there to scam you. So you saving 50% of your money on your education, you know what you're going to do? You're getting a 50% haircut on your trading account because you have no fucking clue what you're doing. So I challenge you guys to invest in your education, to really take this seriously. What we pride ourselves in at MIC is our retention rate. When someone joins MIC, they don't leave because of all the value that they get. So please try it out for a month. You will not regret it. And if you try it out for a month and you don't like it, you know what? Tell me why you don't like it, and I'll get you a month supply of coffee instead, right? So if you just forget that $5 Frappuccino from Starbucks, you will be able to afford trading education, which might be able to make you 6 or 7 figures in your trading career. Can you tell me when you need a break and how you tell it's time? Usually you could tell from stress, guys. Oftentimes when I'm stressed in my real life, it pours into my trading. And usually if I take one day off, if I relax for a day, if I give myself a pamper day like Bao, you would be surprised how essential it is to take one day off to be able to recharge your batteries. So that's basically it, guys. I'm going to call it a day, wrap it up. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up. A lot of people ask what my trading setup looks like. So this is kind of what my office is. I have my dries poster to always remind me of the scams in the market. Someone made this art piece of me in front of my chair, Elon Musk smoking weed, and all of these other kind of things here. So this is kind of my dojo. This is where I get everything done. So that's it, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to text me. Feel free to text Tosh, 213-458-5997. And leave a comment on the video, and I'm the guy that responds to your comments. So that's it, guys. Have a good day, and I will see you at the event on Monday.